Good afternoon. I'm going to try to walk you through creating a Shreveport home repair invoice for a owner approved amount. So if Dave or the tech sees that the invoice is going to be over $400, then they'll reach out to the owner to get approval. Whatever the amount the owner approves is what we want to invoice the owner for. I'm going to pull it up since it's already been created. Invoice number here. And then I am gonna. It was actually 742 Dudley. There we go. Okay, so this note that tells what the owner approved, 875. I'm going to just take that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare an invoice that's going to go to the owner for the 875 that he approved. Then what we're going to go back in and do is make sure that Cody and Matt get credit for their labor, and then also add in the material cost at the end, so that the accounting is correct in QuickBooks, but still the invoice will need to equal what the owner approves. So it'll still need to equal the 875. So I'll show you how how we'll calculate that. But unfortunately, what we're going to have to do here, we're just going to do 875 on this line. Everything, we'll take that out. We'll take all this out. No. So that's all the information that the owner will need to know. Like, this is what was, completed and done. There's the 875 that you approved. So we'll print that for the owner. I don't know. Yes. Okay. Now, before we save it, then we're going to go back in and add our materials back and break up our labor amounts. So normally what I'll do the first thing, because materials cost what they cost. We do the markup, at a set rate. So the material cost can't be adjusted. The equipment charge can't be adjusted. So I'll normally put those, the material costs in first, and then from there, look at what I have left for labor. And, I would normally, if it was just one tech, whatever the remainder amount would go to their labor. Since it's two, we'll kind of take into consideration the amount of work that Matt did and the amount of work that Cody did. So the first line that you already had in there was for Cody, his materials, and that was, oops. And then Matt materials. Oh, I don't think actually 70. And then Matt materials. And then the equipment hand auger. Yeah. Okay. So approval was for 875. We've already used 337.91 in materials. So 537.09 is what we have remaining that we can use towards labor. What I'm going to do, just trying to use my best judgment considering the work that was done, and the way you had it built out originally was an hour for Cody for $60, and then $600 in labor for Matt. What I'm going to do, since Matt just replaced the one thing, is do his labor for 30. And then the rest for Matt, so 50709. Oh, I'm 6 cents off. Okay, so 50703, half an hour of labor there. Got our materials in there correctly, and the invoice still comes out to our 875. Don't need to print it because this one won't be going to the owner. It's just for us. So I'm just going to save and new. That's it.